You're listening to Daily Horoscope for your zodiac sign with Stephanie Campos. I'm your host, Stephanie Campos, and I am a practicing astrologer, psychic medium, and witch. In each daily episode, I covered a detailed overview of the astrology of the day and what you can expect from full moons to Mercury retrogrades. I've got you covered. And of course, there is always a personalized horoscope for your zodiac sign. If you scroll down in the show notes, there are always timestamps included for your convenience. And a quick pro tip before we dive in, I do recommend listening to your horoscope based on your rising sign for more accuracy. And if you are loving this podcast, don't be shy, leave a rating. Hell, even a review. I'm a one human show and produce each and every episode every day just for you. And your support means so much. Now let's get into the astrology of the day. This is your daily horoscope for Sunday, January 4th, 2025. The action starts out around 2 a.m. when the moon in Cancer forms a sextile with Uranus and Taurus. This is going to bring some sort of welcome surprise to your day. Maybe there is an element of excitement. Maybe you have a divine download, a revelation. This energy is also great for taking a risk, putting yourself out there. If you are sleeping around this time, this energy is also great for receiving divine downloads, symbols, and messages from the spirit realm, your ancestors, or loved ones. Later on, around 5 a.m., the moon in Cancer will form a trine with Neptune in Pisces, bringing an element of peace, ease, compassion, and creativity to your interactions with others and whatever you are focused on. Conversations go smoothly. You could have a healing moment with someone else or even yourself if you're journaling or reflecting on the past. This is also lovely energy for doing divination work, connecting with your intuition, your guides, and asking for advice on anything you are curious about. This really helps us kind of tap into our emotional realm. If there are feelings that you need to feel or acknowledge, this can help you have a good cry that feels healing and cathartic, or even some sort of interaction with someone else that just feels uplifting or supportive as well. Around 5:30 a.m., the moon enters Leo, and around 10:30 a.m., the moon in Leo forms an opposition with Pluto in Aquarius. This is going to kick up some of our insecurities and fears. This can have us fixating on the past or the future. It's very hard to just sit with the present moment. But this is a time where our shadow side, our insecurities, our relationship with control, power, jealousy is bubbling up to the surface for some reason. And it really is an invitation to get curious about it. Spending some time with these uncomfortable feelings can spark a moment of catharsis or even empowerment. And it can offer you this opportunity to choose differently. Aries, you may be moving through some power struggles in your friendships or romantic relationships when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto. This can also show up as a fear of being seen or sharing your work and gifts with the world. When you choose to show up under this aspect, it can be transformative, empowering, and you can reach a wide audience. Taurus, when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto, you might have to deal with some power struggles in your family unit, with roommates, or even at work. This can also kick up issues between your personal and private life and your public and professional life. You might have to call out a toxic boss or a nosy loved one who is inserting their opinion and advice in places it doesn't belong. Gemini, you might be having some conversations that feel a little bit more intense, cathartic, or even triggering when the moon forms an opposition to Pluto. This is a powerful time to share your feelings, especially the ones that you've ignored or repressed, to set boundaries, and to speak openly about taboo topics. Calling out unhealthy power dynamics will also be freeing and empowering as well. Cancer, feelings of scarcity or insecurity might come up when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto. This can have you focus too much on what you don't have or what someone else has. If you're moving through any financial difficulties, this can also kick up obsessive thinking or even bring out some power struggles at work. You may need to call out a toxic boss or coworker. Leo, when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto, it brings attention to your close one-on-one relationships, and it can stir up feelings of jealousy, obsession, envy, and projection. You may need to confront topics regarding power and control and address any simmering resentment that's been building. Virgo, when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto, maybe you wake up to an email from a micromanager, someone who's trying to add more onto your plate. It's also possible that you just feel overwhelmed, like there's too much going on, and that you're spread pretty thin. So this is going to be a very important day for you to assert your boundaries and to really prioritize rest if and when possible. Libra, you might experience some tension in some of your friendships or communities or groups you're a part of when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto. This could really highlight relationships with people who you thought were your friend, but maybe they're actually frenemies and have hidden motivations or intentions. It's also possible that your relationship with some sort of community or group you're a part of is evolving or transforming in some way. And maybe you're ready to move on and find new people to connect with. Scorpio, you might find yourself reflecting on themes regarding status, power, people-pleasing, and the expectations of others, especially when it comes to your professional life and your career path when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto. It is very possible that these pressures are coming from family members, chosen family, or people in your personal life. And you may find yourself asking, well, hey, is this all worth it? You may feel ready to make some sort of drastic and transformative move that affects your life path. Sagittarius, conversations that take place today might be a little bit more intense. You could learn news or information that feels triggering or even cathartic. You might be discussing taboo topics. Using your words and writing today can also be incredibly healing and lead to some important revelations. Capricorn, you might be feeling just a little bit more emotional and sensitive when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto. This can also kick up deep feelings of insecurity and scarcity and bring up power struggles in your close relationships regarding shared resources and finances. This can be an important day to discuss financial expectations and set boundaries regarding your finances. Emotionally, this is also a powerful day to embrace your shadow side, be curious about the feelings that arise, and to let go of the past. Aquarius, you're confronting some fears in your close one-on-one relationships today when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto in your sign. If you have felt the need to shrink yourself or like you can't fully, authentically be who you really are in a relationship, this could bring out some sort of make it or break it moment. You're either showing up fully as you truly are and it feels transformative, or you're recognizing this pattern that you've got to break. Pisces, this is not the day to overdo it when the moon forms an opposition with Pluto. It can be a little too easy to wind up playing the martyr today and to self-sacrifice until it affects your overall well-being. You may need to learn to establish stronger boundaries, especially in your working life. And engaging in some sort of self-care or tuning into your body and getting a massage or doing some sort of somatic practice can feel healing and transformative. As always, I hope your daily horoscope has offered some guidance and support throughout your day. And if you can't get enough of this podcast and want more horoscopes, I invite you to join me over on Patreon, where every Sunday you gain instant access to 7 episodes of your daily horoscope for the week ahead, a weekly psychic reading, a monthly tarot spread, and a monthly meetup, which ranges from group tarot readings to group mediumship readings and circles to ask me anything about your personal birth chart. These group monthly meetups have been a real highlight over the past few months, and I am enjoying them so much. There is a link in the show notes to join. It is only $10 a month. And I hope to see you there. As always, I'm sending you love, protection, and blessings in every single dimension. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.